Good evening, guys. So today we need to start regarding that object copying in JavaScript. Okay. So yesterday we have seen regarding that object referencing kind of things. Okay. So we have seen regarding that deep thing. Okay. So we need to see the object copy object copying in or copying. Okay, the thing. Okay, the thing is, who is there? Okay, so the thing is object copying in the sense. Okay, so when you copy an object in JavaScript, okay, you are not actual the copying the data, but creating the reference to the same object in memory. Yesterday we have seen like there is a one object. Okay, so object is like belongs to one particular memory. The same thing I will copy that object in the one more variable. Okay, for the same variable, like that variable also it's belongs to that particular memory. Okay, the thing is when you copy an object in JavaScript, okay, so we are not actual copying the data, okay, but creating the references to the same object in the memory. Okay, for example, there is a one const. Okay, there is a one const. Okay, there is a user. Okay, user. Okay, I will create one name. Okay, I will add something called hello. I will close. I will store that object into the admin. Okay, okay. The thing is, here we are not actually copying the data. Okay, the thing is we are creating the reference to the same object. Okay, so so the basically this can like we can able to see some unexpected issues when you modifying the objects as a nested level. So now it's a fine, it's a simple name. Suppose in real time you can see there is a nested level object. Okay, so there we can't we can't do the the copying object from the one variable to another variable. So the thing is like let's take one real world example. Okay, imagine you have the grocery shop list. Okay, there is a grocery shop list. Okay, there is a grocery shop list written on the whiteboard. Okay, the grocery shopping list. Okay, so if you give someone a copy of the whiteboard, okay, the whiteboard, the thing is a complete new board with the same content, they can edit their copy without affecting yours. But if you just give them a marker to write on the same whiteboard, the both of you are sharing the same list. So any changes they make affect your list too. Okay, so in JavaScript we can see something called the shallow copy and deep copy. Okay, so we can see one example for 1 minute where it is not here. I will create here only JavaScript. Yeah, so this is the let there is a user is equal to there is a name. Okay, I will add the name is the hello. Okay, so the thing is, yeah, the hello. I will do one thing, I will store that user in the admin. Okay, okay, so then I will make changes from hello to void. Okay, using that admin dot name. Okay, that admin dot name is equal to a world. Okay, so now I will console.log. Sorry, now I will console.log that a user dot a name. Okay, and the admin dot name. Okay, so here what we have did. Okay, so the thing is like we have created one object, and that object we are copying into another variable. Okay, this admin is, we can say, it's a reference. Okay, so the thing is and here we are modifying the object name as a world. Okay, now we are consoling the both the user dot name and admin dot name. Okay, you can see the both are the world because of the both admin and user pointing to the same memory. Okay, the thing is it's a not a copy. Okay, it's just a reference, I told. Okay, object copying in the sense, so when you copy an object in JavaScript, so you are not actual copying the data. We're not doing the actual copying the data, but creating the reference. So here we are trying to creating the reference for the same object in the memory. And you can see in the output the both admin and user are pointing to the same memory. Okay, so the avoiding to this thing, we have to use called something called like shallow copy. Okay, shallow copy, not here, I'll do here. shallow shallow copy. Okay, in shallow copy, okay, we can do one thing here. The only copies the first level properties. Okay, we can do the first level, not a nested. Okay, so we can write something in the code. Okay, so there is a one I explained to regarding the grocery list. No, so I will take that one only. Grocery list. Okay, grocery list. I will add the fruits. Fruits. Okay, fruits. Here I will add the apple and banana. Okay, next thing, it's a vegetables. Here I will store vegetable things. Suppose if it is the leaf kind of thing, we can use the spinach. Okay, and one more thing, the root. So we can use either carrot, potato. Okay, so this is one object. Okay, I want to copy this one with another variable. Okay, for that thing we have to use called shallow copy. Okay, for the shallow copy, there is a thing here. I will create a copied list. List. Okay, copied list. I will store using the destructuring. Okay, there is a grocery list. Okay, so this is, we can say, it's a shallow copy. Okay, now I will change this one from spinach to, I will add the cabbage. Okay, there is a copied list and vegetable. Copied list and the vegetable dot leafy is equal to cabbage. Okay, so here I will try to console.log try to console.log that grocery list dot vegetable dot leafy. Okay, we'll get what is the output. Vegetables, what is the error for that thing? So what I am using and what we need, so there is a comma missing, we have to add the comma. Okay, we are getting the cabbage. Okay, here we can see this cabbage is the original list changed. Okay, there is a issue. What is the issue? That vegetables object inside, there is a vegetable, where it is, yeah, vegetables object inside the copied list, okay, still point to the same reference as the grocery list vegetable. So the any changes to that copied list dot vegetable, the also affect the grocery list dot vegetable. For safer side, we have to use the shallow copy. When to use the shallow copy? In the sense, suppose if your object does not contain the nested objects, so we don't have the nested object, we have the only the first level properties. Okay, suppose if your object does not contain the nested object, then you can use the shallow copy using the dot 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 then object. Okay, otherwise there is a one more thing, object dot assign. Okay, so here we can see, uh, there is a console. Okay, console grocery list. Okay, there is a grocery list dot vegetable dot leaf, but I will check for the copy, like the copied list and dot vegetable and leaf, the both are pointing to the same thing. Okay, so we like here we wrote the that grocery list on the here. Okay, but instead of the thing is like yeah, just the point to the same sub items. Okay, the thing is like for example, uh, so we can take one real time scenario example. Yeah, the thing is, you can see, so I will explain a code one more times. Okay, the thing is, this grocery list is an object, has a two properties. Okay, there is a one fruits and the one is a vegetable. Fruit is the array containing apple and banana. Okay, and vegetable is the object with the two properties. One property, it is the leaf, and then one more, it's a root. Okay, and in this thing we have used the shallow copy using the spread operator. Okay, so basically this spread operator create the shallow copy of the grocery list. This means the first level properties are copied directly, but the nested object, like vegetable, are not deeply copied, we can say. Instead of the reference to the original vegetable object is the copied. So for this thing, the copied, yeah, the copied dot vegetable dot leafy will get that like here what we have did, the copied dot vegetable dot leafy is equal to cabbage. Okay, so we modify the leafy property of the vegetable, the object inside the copied list, the copied list dot vegetable dot leafy is equal to cabbage. But here is the catch. So the thing is, since vegetable is the nested object, but both grocery list and copied list are pointing to the same object in the memory. In other words, we can say that this copied list dot vegetable and this grocery list dot vegetables refers to the same object. Okay, so for the output we'll get the cabbage only. So since the both grocery list and the copied list are the sharing the same reference for the vegetables, and the change made in the copied list also affect for the grocery list also. Okay, the thing is, uh, yeah, the thing is, we have a question. The question is, what went wrong in this thing? Like we are creating using the shallow copy, and again we are able to see the same object, like the same reference for the, like, for the both object. So what went wrong here? The thing is, so this happens this happened because of the shallow copy. The only copied the reference of the vegetable, not actual nested object itself. Suppose when you modify the nested properties, like the both the original that grocery list and the copied list, the ends up the pointing to the same nested object. Okay, so we can say some unintended side effects. Okay, the thing is, like I am expecting, so that grocery dot vegetable dot leafy will get that spinach. Okay, but I am getting the cabbage. I am trying for the modify for the nested object, but I am getting the same cabbage. So how to fix this thing? To avoid this, we have to use called deep copy, which the creates an entire new copy of the nested object, and ensuring they are the independent, we can say. The deep copy, the basically the deep copy in the sense, instead of pointing to the same grocery items, we can write down the everything from the scratch here. Okay, the thing is, there is a grocery list. Okay, there is a grocery list. We have the fruits, we have the vegetables. Okay, but in the deep copy we have to use, the thing is, instead of this thing, i will I will use json.parse. Json dot parse json dot stringify dot that grocery list. Okay, so in the deep copy we have done like this. Actually, the remaining thing it's the same. Here we are trying to modify the copied list, and okay, and here we are trying to check that original object leaf, and here we are trying that copied object. Okay, so we'll get output like different thing. For the grocery list we will get that spinach, and that copied list will get the cabbage. Okay, the issue was fixed. What is the issue? The copied object is now completely separate from the original. Okay, The basically the thing is, uh, here you can see there is a grocery list, the object with the property called like with the fruits and vegetables. The array contains apple and banana, and object has the two properties, lip and root. Okay, and here I'm using that JSON parse and the JSON stringify. Okay, for the deep copy we are creating the deep copy for the grocery list. Okay, the thing is, this JSON stringify, in the sense the grocery list, convert that grocery list object into the JSON string. Okay, and that after that we will do the JSON parse. It will take that JSON string and convert into back into the new JavaScript object. Okay, the thing is, this will convert to the string and this will convert to the new object. Okay, the key point I can say, there is the method, like this method ensure that all the objects are and arrays inside the grocery list, okay, and deeply copied, meaning they are completely independent of the original object. So in the line number 10 I am modifying the nested property in the copied object. Okay, so here I'm changing that leafy property inside the vegetable object of the copied list to the cabbage, and that copied list is the deep copy. Okay, so now this thing we can say it's a deep copy. Okay, deep copy. Okay, yeah, the thing is, and basically it has the own separate copy of the vegetable object. Okay, the change made here does not affect the original grocery list, because of the copied list vegetables are independent. This copied list vegetables are independent using the deep copy. Okay, you can see in the grocery list of vegetable dot leaf you will get will still the spinach, and because of the original object was not modified. The thing is, the copied object only we can able to modify. Okay, yeah, the next thing, so there is a one more thing after the deep copy. Okay, so the thing is, the name is called the low dash. Okay, why we need in the thing is like, for example, I'll create one nested complex object, so then I will show you the things actually. Okay, the thing is, uh, in shallow copy versus deep copy, you can see the shallow copy, the when you create the shallow copy of an object, it the only copies the top level properties. If the object has a nested structure, so those nested structure are copied by the reference, not by the value. Okay, and in the deep copy we can say it's every property including the nested object or array and the function recursively copied, and the this creates the independent copies for the each nested structure. Okay, so the thing is, there is a scenario like where the deep copy is needed, like we need to avoid some unintended that side effects. Okay, so the thing is like, so let's say you are working on the complex object. Okay, that you want to make some copy of without modifying the original object. So here this is the one your object. Okay, and you want to make a copy without modifying the original object. So if we use the shallow copy, the modifying the nested structure in the copied object could also modify the original object, because of the nested property are shared by reference. Okay, so which we have seen in this line number 6. Okay, so with the deep copying, the original object remains the thing is like, we can say it's the thing is like we can able to see that independent things. Okay, so the thing is like so we have to use uh, that low dash thing. Okay, so what is meant by low dash? Low dash in the sense, suppose if we have the more like nested thing of the object. Okay, suppose like the thing is like for example, what will add, the thing is for example, I will take something called okay, leave it, not a problem. So that low dash kind of thing, it's an advanced level. Okay, you can keep that a shallow copy and deep copy. Okay, we'll see the later regarding that low dash kind of thing. There is a separate library, just we need to import the things. Okay, so here we don't have the here we don't have the option to import the things. So for that thing I'm not doing here. So okay, the thing is like, suppose if we want to make the fully nested thing, if we want to change, we have, if we want to modify, if we want to copy, so then so we have to use that library. Okay, so for that thing we are using that low dash kind of things. Okay, so before that you need to understand what it is a shallow copy and what it is the deep copy, and before that you should know so what is the copying the object in the JavaScript. Okay, so the next thing, there is a thing called there is a thing called yeah, there is a garbage collection. The next thing, there is the garbage collection. Garbage collection. Okay, so the thing is in JavaScript. Okay, so we can see in the memory management in JavaScript, for example, 1 minute. Yeah, so in the memory management in the JavaScript, it performs that automatically. Okay, we are not able, like we are not able to see, but in Java, so there is we have to do the manually as the like the like the memory management. Okay, so in JavaScript is the performed automatically, and it invisible to us, and we create the primitive object, like primitives and object function. Okay, all that takes a memory. Okay, the thing is the garbage collection in JavaScript, we can say it's a crucial part of the memory management. Okay, the process of that garbage collection automatically like freeze in the memory, like freeze memory there is no longer in the use removing the object that are unreachable. The core principle, we can say, there is the reachability. Core principle, we can say, there is a here is the reachability. Okay, so which determine the which value should be retained in the memory and which should be the cleaned up, the automatically we can see. Okay, the core principle here is the reachability. Okay, which determine that which value should be retained and in the memory and which should be cleaned up. Okay, so there is a key concept for the reachable value and garbage collection. Okay, so there is a reachable value and a garbage collection. Okay, the thing is the reachable value, in the sense these are the value. Okay, reachable value. Okay, so these are the values that can still be accessed via chain of the reference, the starting from the root. Okay, for example, there is a currently a root includes the currently executing the function and its local variable, and other function, that others function in the call stack, and third thing we can say it's a global variable. The thing is, in the reachable value, in the sense these are the values that can still be accessed via chain of reference starting from the roots. Okay, the roots are including, okay, the current executing function or local variable, and second thing it's other functions in the call stacks, and third thing it's a global object. So in the garbage collector, there is a background process of the keep track all the objects or their reference. Basically, it removes the object that are no longer reachable from any route. Okay, for example, there is the one object. Okay, this is a one object called user. Okay, so I will store something called, there is a hello, sorry, yeah, uh, sorry, there is a hello object. Okay, the object name is the user. Okay, so I will make that user is equal to a null means it's a empty. Okay, that the hello becomes unreachable because of memory is freed. Why? That user is null, in the sense after user is equal to null, that object name is equal name, that hello becomes the unreachable because the no variable holds a reference to the anymore. So the garbage collection will eventually clean it up actually. Okay, so the thing is, thing like this is a thing we can say it's a garbage collection in JavaScript. Okay, it automatically remove the memory. Okay, suppose if we don't have the suppose if we don't need the things, like functions and the objects kind of things, so then we can, like in the, we can see that automatically it will remove the, okay, basically the things we can say. The, yeah, the next thing we can see regarding, mm, okay, there is a object method. There is a keyword called this. Okay, so the thing is like, so there is a object methods. there is a keyword called this. Okay, so basically the objects are usually created to represent the entity of the real world, like a user, orders. Okay, for example, we'll create one user. Let user, okay, is equal to the name will call hello. Okay, wait a minute, I will connect the charger. Okay, so here we have created one object. Okay, so basically objects are the usually created to represent the entity of the real world. Okay, the entities are the property and key and value. Okay, in real world the user can act. Okay, user can act, select something from the shopping cart, log in, log out. Okay, the action are represented in JavaScript by the functions in the properties. For example, I will do one thing. For example, yeah, so I will create here. Yeah, so there is the user. Let user is the object. I will store the name, a name as the hello. Okay, name is the hello, and the age I will store around 30 to 20. Okay, okay, and so like the thing is, it's a user is the object. Okay, just we have to just use the function expression to create the function, and we need to assign it property. uh, we need to assign the property to the that user, the how means. So I will do and create that user dot say hi. I will create one variable. I will store inside the function, mm, function. Okay, and the function console dot log. Okay, I will make something world. Okay, and I will do one thing. I will call the user dot say hi. User dot say hi. I will call this function. What will get? There is a world. Okay, so here we have just used the function expression to create the function and assign it to the property called user dot say hi of the object. Okay, so then we call it as the user dot say hi. Okay, here we have call, so the user can now speak. Okay, the function, the basically the function, that property of the object called the method. The function, the property of the object, we can say it's a method. We can do one more time, like one more thing. Here there is a function, there is the function. Okay, the name is, I will do, the name is say hi. Okay, and the thing is, here I will console something called this thing, and I will store instead of this function, I will store that say hi. Okay, we'll see what happened. Okay, here also we are getting, okay, using the function declaration and also using the function expression. Okay, so what we have did here, so we have created the outside the thing. Suppose if we want to make that method as a shorthand, okay, so then we have to create inside the curly braces only. The thing is, there is a say hi. Okay, I'll create one function here. Okay, so here I'll console here, console.log. Here I will make the hello world. Okay, this is the hello world, and yeah, so then I will call that user dot say hi. Yeah, so we have created that method inside the object. Okay, so inside the object. Okay, so like we are able to add that function inside the object, but where were actually, so we were in the object method this keyword. What is mean by this keyword? So this in the method, so this is the like we can say it's a keyword, it's very important. Okay, so it's a common, we can say, that object can like the object method need to access the information stored in the object to do its job. For example, for instance, the code inside the user dot say hi here, that user dot say hi, okay, may need some name, like here we need some the name of the user. Okay, so to access the object, like method can use called the this keyword. For example, so inside that thing, so we are consoling the things, but in this method we need some other key values. I need some name, I need some age. Okay, so we need for accessing these things, we need to use called the this keyword. Okay, so here I will remove that hello world, and I will use the name keyword called this, and this dot I will use the name. We'll see what happened. Okay, I'm getting that the hello. Okay, the value of this is the object. Okay, we need to use after the object yeah, we need to yeah, basically that this is, okay, is the object. Okay, this is the just the object. Okay, after that we can see that we can able to access that that outer variable in this that keys. Okay, so during the execution of this user dot say hi, during the execution user dot say hi, the value of this key this will be the user. During the execution part, the value of this is equal to the user. So technically it also like the possible to access the object without this also. How means? Using that user dot name. So without this also we can do by referencing via outer variable. But such code we can say it's unreliable. Okay, and the sense, like suppose if we decide to copy user to the another copy. Okay, the thing is, like suppose if we decide to if we decide that copy the user to the admin, I will copy that user into the admin. Okay, admin. Okay, the overwrite user with something else, then it will access with the wrong object. Okay, for example, I will do here, not here, yeah, here. There is an object. Okay, the object contains name, name, age, and say hi. Here in this thing, I am using the user dot name, but after that I am trying to create one copy of the user object storing in the admin. user. Okay, so here I will make, suppose I will make that user is equal to null. Here the override to make things okay, here we can see override things. Okay, so now I will try to access that admin dot say hi. We'll get some error called, yeah, we'll get some error, compilation error. Okay, 1 minute. So instead of that thing I will do one thing here. Console.log, do we, okay, do I need to use for alert? Okay, user dot name, alert is not defined and the console is not defined. Okay, there is the user name and yeah. So the thing is, first we'll get error here. Okay, so after that we'll get error here also. Regarding here we'll get error regarding the that not defined, and here we'll get the error that we cannot read the property as the name. Okay, so suppose if we use the this dot name instead of the user dot name inside the alert, so then the code will be the work fine. I think this, no, it should work. 1 minute. The thing is, okay, so we have the user contains the name, then after that we have that say hello. Okay, here I'll type called user. Okay, here I'm making that admin is equal to user, and here I'm trying to make the user is equal to something called null. Okay, here I'm calling that admin dot say hi. Okay, the say hi, and but here is not working well. We'll check one other site, JavaScript. Okay, I'll check here if it is working, then we'll see that class dot name. Okay, cannot read properties. Okay, suppose instead of user, suppose if I use the this, yeah, using the this keyword, so we are able to like this code will work as a, okay, as expected. Okay, using the this dot names would avoid that issue. Okay, and the next thing we need to know regarding the this, basically that this is the evaluated at a runtime, evaluated at a run time. Okay, so unlike other programming language, that this is the evaluate at a runtime. It depends on the context in which function, like in which the function is called, or where it is defined. Okay, for example, so we have the two things. Okay, there is a let, okay, user is equal to name, name, the hello. Okay, sorry, the hello. Okay, so here that world. Okay, and the thing is, here I will create one function. There is a function called name is the say hi. Okay, here I will console dot log the this dot name. Okay, I will make that user dot f is equal to, make us say hi, and I will make that one more object with the admin. Okay, and the same thing I will do for the admin also. Okay, so now I will call that user dot now I will call that user dot f and admin dot f. Okay, we'll see the output for this thing. Okay, so here we have created the two objects, one it's a user and one it's a admin. Okay, so yeah, okay, and we have created a separate function also. So the value of this, okay, changes depending on the object calling the function. So when we like when the this user dot f is called, that this refers to the user, this refer to the user. So similarly, when I call this admin dot f, okay, then this will refer to the admin only. So here the thing is like, so that this is the evaluated at a runtime only. For example, so here we have created the two object. Okay, the object name are different, like the difference. Okay, there is a user and admin. Okay, there is a separate function called say hi. Okay, so I will store that function into the user.f and the admin.f. Okay, so after that I will call that user.f and admin.f. Will get the output like this. Okay, the next thing we need to know, so this is this in a global context. Okay, so when the function is called, suppose we have one function here, there is a one function. Okay, there is say hi. Okay, so I will call the console dot, sorry, console dot log. It's a this only, so we don't have any variable, but I will call this function. Okay, the thing is, we'll get something called global. Here you can see we'll get some global. Okay, so in this thing you can see this is like this in the global context. Suppose without variable, suppose when a function is called without the object, this behave differently. Means in strict mode, if this is used without object, it's a undefined. In the non-strict mode, this is refers to the global object. Global object in the sense, for example, window in the browser. The same thing, suppose like here we have created one function and we are trying to console the this keyword, so without any variable, so then we are getting the output called, it's a global object. So this is a global object. Okay, the same thing we have to check for the arrow function. There is a functions arrow functions and this arrow function and this. Okay, yeah, the thing is the arrow function behave differently with the this keyword, so they do not have their own this in the arrow function compared to the function declaration. So in the function declaration we are able to add that we are able to see that this keyword, but in the arrow function like we do not have that their own this keyword. Instead of they inherit this from the surrounding context. Surrounding context in the sense, it's a lexical scope. For example, I will create one here. There is a JavaScript online editor. One minute, not this one. Yeah, so I will create this one. Let user, okay, so there is a name called hello, okay, and there is a function. I will create here method, okay. Inside that I will create one arrow function. There is the arrow fun, okay, and here the arrow function will create like this, and I will console.log. I will add that this dot name, okay. So I will call this function here only, that arrow function, okay. The same thing I will call that user dot say hi, okay. We'll execute the code, okay. So we'll get the output, okay. The thing is that arrow function uses the this from the outer say hi, okay, this one, okay, this outer say hi method. The this dot name is the hello, as it refers to the user, okay. Suppose here I have created one function, and after inside the function I have created, there is a arrow functions, but I will check instead of the regular function, I will check with this function, the arrow function. What will happen? Okay, the thing is, so here so there is the console.log that this dot name, okay. Not like this one. For example, so that user dot, so invalid shortened property, okay. Okay, so this is the say hi, okay. We'll do one thing here, this is the thing, so execute, we'll get the undefined, okay. The thing is yeah, so there is a small syntax issue with our code, okay. What means the thing is like in this case the arrow function is the arrow function in the in the arrow function, the arrow function in the sense this say hi function is the arrow function. Here we are storing the arrow function to the say hi. It does not have their own this, it inherit this from the outer context, which is the global scope. We can say right now it's a undefined in the strict model, not the user object. So while we tried in that inside the object, like the normal function, so then we are able to access that name, but without the regular function, so we are not able to access that this, because of does not have the own this keyword for the arrow function. So when you call that user dot say hi, okay, when you call that user dot say hi, okay, the value of this dot name is not a hello, but rather we can say it's undefined, because of this is the referring to the global object. Okay, in the global object, in the sense we can say in the state mode, instead of global object we can see it's undefined instead of the user object. Okay, suppose if you want to fix this behavior, if you want to if you want to that say hi function to be correct, refer to this within the user object, so we need to use the regular function instead of the arrow function. So we can maintain the arrow function, we can maintain that say hi function inside the another function. Like we can use that arrow function inside the another method that use the correct this. Okay, so this is regarding, we can say it's a yeah, like arrow function with this keyword. Okay, so we have one question here, we'll ask. Okay, there is a JavaScript online editor. Okay, so I'll ask something. There is a function, there is a function. Okay, sorry, user is the function. Okay, so there is a return in the function. Inside the return, we are returning one object. The object contains a name, and that name is the hello, and reference we can make it as the this. Okay, so the thing is, let that user is equal to that user fun. Okay, I will store that function into the user. So then I will console.log that user dot reference dot sorry dot a name. Okay, can you can you tell me what is the output for this question? You can read line by line. There is a function is returning the object. Okay, I am copying that function to the user, and I am trying to I am trying to console that user dot ref dot name. So what is the output for this question? Kaustubh, Priyanka, Pritam. So did you understand what is the this keyword means? Kaustubh and Priyanka and Pritam.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you guess the output for this question? So just go through the line by line one, like just then only you can understand the things. Kaustubh, Pritam, I'm audible, no?
Sir, hello.
Okay. What about Pritam and Kaustubh? What about Pritam and Kaustubh? Kaustubh, am I audible? Pritam, am I
Sir,
audible?
hello.
Okay.
Hello.
What about Kaustubh?
Hello.
Okay, I will see output. I'm not getting the output. Hi. Console.log. Okay, sir. We'll see in this thing. What it is? The undefined. Because of because of the rules that set the this. Okay, the basically this do not look at the object definition, the only the moment of the call matters. Okay, So here the value of this is inside the make user, like user fund is the undefined, because it's a call as a function, not a method with a dot syntax. So the value of this is one of the whole function, and like the code yeah, that one like the whole function and the code blocks, the object readers like do not affect it. Okay, and so that ref and this the actually takes the current this of the function. So the thing is we can rewrite the function and return the same this with the undefined value. Okay, suppose if we need the output as the hello, so then we have to do one thing here. Instead of ref, we need to return these things as the return of this. Okay, then only we'll get the hello in the sense sorry, ref hello. Sorry, something went wrong with me. This is a function. Okay, here I have to use that. Yeah, here I have to use that function. Then you will get the hello. Yeah. Okay. The thing is like, so for the ref dot the ref colon this, the actual text the this of the function. Okay, so we can rewrite the function and return the same this with the undefined. Okay, and now it works because of that user dot ref is the method. This thing, now it's a method, we can say in this thing the ref is the method, and the value of this is set to the object before dot. Okay, so there is a one more question I will ask. Okay, so there is a one calculator. Okay, so the calculator, so just I will call the calculator dot a read. Okay, the read, and I will console the calculator dot a sum. Okay, sorry, yeah, calculator, yeah, the only we need the calculator sum. Yeah, so here we have to add some code actually for this sum. So how we can add actually? So do we have any hint like so are you guys got a question? So what it is, the thing is like, so here I have created one empty object called a calculator. Okay, and the line number 5 I am calling the calculator dot read, and line number 6 I am calculating like calling the calculator dot sum. Okay, the thing is you have to create a function or method for sum and read. Am I audible? Yeah, so guess the output actually. Not output, just tell me the what is the method, how can I write the method here?
Create some function.
Okay, like what function I have to call here, like what function I have to create?
First entering that numbers.
Tell me, where should I write actually?
There only, sir. Second line.
Okay, tell me, what should I write?
A as a 0.
A as the 0. Tell me entire syntaxes. Entire syntax.
Like A colon 0.
A colon 0. Yeah.
And take a B as also 0.
Sorry. Yeah. Take a B is also.
After that, 0.
Okay.
And take that read function. Read.
Read. Here. I have to call. Then.
Yes, sir.
Then. Then.
After that, this dot A return that sum. This dot A equals to
This dot A.
equals to number.
What number?
Like enter the first number.
This dot A equal to enter the first
So number in that bracket.
in this thing.
Number after that bracket.
Okay, number like this.
In that bracket, enter first number.
Enter first number.
Same as this dot B.
Okay, this dot B.
And enter that second number.
Oh, okay. Then.
And after that, sum. We have to call that sum function.
Okay, I have to create. Okay.
And after that, return this dot A plus. We have to concatenate that both this dot A and this dot B. And after that, read the function.
So, okay, but I am getting the undefined actually.
And calling that function.
So here we have called no.
Right. No, sir. That sum also
Sum
in
also.
that console.
I have called no here.
Calculate. Yes, sir.
Line number 14. I have called the sum also. Calculated the sum. What about Kaustubh Preetham? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me the things. Preetham and Kaustubh. Am I audible now?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me the things here. What should I add? audible, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me. I'm waiting for your answer only. I'm audible, no? Also, Pritam, Priyanka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me. Okay. The thing is here, here you have created the properties. Okay, the two properties A and B as the 0 by default. Okay, and here you have created that method to read the values for the A and B. Okay, so here we are using that prompt, using the prompt to get the user input. Okay, get the user input. Okay, for the A and B, and then here I am calculating the sum. Okay, like I am returning the this dot A and this dot B. Okay, so I'll calling that calculator dot read and calculator dot sum, so we'll get the output as a sum. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you have any doubt like today's session regarding that copying, object copying and the garbage collection, and that this? Do you have any doubt?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll see tomorrow. So please practice the things. It's very important. Okay. Okay, then bye. Good night.